Three top men from Pakistan threatened India with violence. For what? For responding to Pakistan-sponsored terror on our soil. But the bigger point is something else here. One of these remarks, the first one in fact, was made from the American soil by Pakistan military chief Field Marshal Asim Munir. And poof, no counter, no corrigendum by the USA that do not use their territory, a third country that is, to announce an attack on another nation, that is India. In fact, Asim Munir did not simply threaten India. He also boasted that he will take half of the world down with them, with a nuclear attack. And nobody seems concerned over this? Or has the narrative been deliberately hushed over this? Because this was soon followed by Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. I quote it here, that the enemy would not be allowed to snatch even one drop of water belonging to his country. He added that you will be taught such a lesson that you will be left holding your ears. That's a Prime Minister of a country talking. Now imagine, if the Indian Prime Minister or the Indian military chief had made a similar statement, how do you think the reportage would have been in the international press, especially the top Western news portals? Let me think of some of these, going by experience. India threatens nuke attack at the world. Or Hindu extremist leaders of India aim to wipe half of the world off the map. I'm sure you agree that it would have been somewhat like this. So did you see the outrage by the narrative makers or political voices in your country, and especially if you're from the USA, over what Pakistan military chief said? Tell me in the comments below. Did you see the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the usual suspects, report about this huge story connected to the USA? Because our research shows not so much. Now there is one statement that I do agree with what Asim Munir had said, that Pakistan is in fact a garbage dump truck. And now, with bending so much for America, clearly Asim Munir and Pakistan have let more garbage be dumped into their national truck. But let me bring you a comparison here. What happened when India did bring the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance? Something that India had never done all these decades, despite our armed forces, our innocent civilians blatantly and brutally killed by Pakistan-trained jihadists. India this time finally took a call that ensuring that water will have to be stopped at certain intervals from a dam, but that water was still released from the dams, so people in Pakistan, the ordinary public, do not really suffer, but a message nevertheless goes across. Operation Sindoor was precise and restrained. The treaty was halted, but precise and restrained. But how did it get reported really in the international press? 25th April 2025, 3 days after the Pahalgam massacre. How India's threat to block rivers could devastate Pakistan. A military dictator threatens to devastate half of the world with nukes, including India, and says it from American soil, but that threat wasn't big enough. BBC, remember, had called the Pahalgam terrorists gunmen. But not much was said this time about the jihadi general ranting. But above all, I want to talk about the incumbent USA president. He's not condemning any of the statements like one should, like made by Pakistan, despite the serious nature of the consequences of what Asim Munir had said and then what Pakistan Prime Minister said. Adding to that, PPP's Bilawal Bhutto Zardari went on to make similar threats because there's competition now among Pakistan leadership. Why are Pakistan leaders so desperate for a war with India? I don't get it. India has clearly stated repeatedly, we do not want a war. We aim to progress and prosper in this world. We want to contribute positively to this universe. But Pakistan keeps pricking and trying to provoke and is angry that India in turn is not returning with the same behavior and is not turning this into a war. But I return to the main highlight of this discussion. Silence of the truce uncle. Donald Trump has claimed that he managed a ceasefire between India and Pakistan. But he somehow did not seem angry that from his country's soil, Pakistan's military chief threatened with nukes against India. Other leaders from Pakistan are making similar statements, and yet Mr. Trump seems okay with all of this. How will the Nobel Peace Prize come to him if he does not object to warmongering done from his territory at least? But sadly, the same president in his first term had accused Pakistan, rightly so, of lies and deceit. India was then hopeful that the USA would realize or has realized and will isolate Pakistan on terrorism. Instead, today we see there are investments now and an extended interest. In the latest, in fact, India is still optimistic. The Ministry of External Affairs says that India and the USA have weathered many challenges. And as I quote the MEA, that we share a comprehensive global strategic partnership anchored in shared interests, democratic values, and robust people-to-people ties. And that we remain committed to advancing the substantive agenda shared by both nations and confident that the relationship will grow stronger. The fact is, in 2025, the global order is changing. India has gained confidence by holding its own ground and showing professional and a mature remark consistently. But I cannot say the same right now for the leadership in Pakistan, and the USA has much on that. And that must leave us truly concerned. Thank you for watching.